Today on Call It a Miracle, let us discover the story of hope, survival, and transformation. Ang atong guest this morning is ang pinakapinalanggang anak sa atong amahan sa syudad, anak ni Mayor Oscar Moreno, atong guest, Sir Sean Oliver Moreno. Good morning, Sir Sean.
Po, Charm, and good morning po sa lahat ng viewers ng itong station.
Salamat po at pinaunlakan niyo po ang aming invitation to have you here with us here on Panimaya sa Kabuntagon. Actually, you traveled pa from Davao. Sir Sean, you have been into audiences with different young people audience. Ano po yung advocacy ninyo at gusto po ninyong makisali sa mga usapang pangkabataan?
Yes, Charm. Actually, sa experience ko, being a former drug dependent, we have this saying na you can't keep it unless you give it away. So meaning, kailangan na mo i-share ang mga experiences so that it's a two-way relationship. We help the recovering dependent, at the same time we help ourselves.
How did you start doing this advocacy of you na you are going to share this experience of yours to young people? How did that, paano nyo po na-realize na you have to do this?
Yes, like what I said, Charm, for me to become a stronger person, I need to share it Kasi once we share our experience, ano yan parang we practice what we preach. So we'll be reminded of our past. And at the same time, I wanted also to help the city of Cagayan de Oro, especially daghan na kayo ang drugs karon, especially when the city is in progress, mas musaka man ang drugs. And actually, yung first ko, when I talked to my dad, sabi ko, Pa, if ever ba I'll have this advocacy about drug addiction, is it okay?
And then?
Kasi malisod man, di ba? Since nasa politics siya.
He's into politics.
Opo.
And then para bang bad sa kanya na ang anak niya is
Opo.
nag-drugs po.
Opo. So, ang sabi niya sa akin, Sean, in public service, you don't think about the reputation as long as you're helping people. So, nung narinig ko yun, sabi ko, okay, supportive si Papa. So, mudayan ko sa akong advocacy.
How were you introduced sa drugs?
Well, sa akin, I was introduced through friends lang, curiosity, of course, and
You were raised in Manila or in Cagayan de Oro?
sa Manila po. I was raised in Manila. And peer pressure, yun po.
Peer pressure
Opo.
po. Okay. Paano po ninyo na-handle ang life po ninyo before when you were into this kind of addiction?
Actually, hindi ko na-handle, no? I started taking drugs when I was 20, and then I've been into rehab like 4 times.
4 times?
4 times. So different kinds of rehab, no? Na-experience ko na yan. Every time I go to rehab, it's like a year.
Are you hiding this from your family for how many years din po? Then or have you been confessing them unsay nitabo sa imo?
Well, sa first rehab na ako, nag-admit ako sa ilaha. So I surrendered myself. Sabi ko, Pa, Ma, I have a problem. I'm into drugs. Can you help me? So dinala ako sa rehab noon.
So immediately, yun po
Opo.
yung respond nila.
Opo.
Uh-uh.
And then so happened, yun, katigasan ng ulo, and I wanted to, follow my own decision, kaya ako nag-drugs ulit at the time.
During that time when you were into drugs, yun bang pananaw niyo po sa buhay? Ano po ba? I mean, ano po ba ang i-describe natin yung life ng mga kabataan na nalulong sa droga? Ano po ba siya? Is it that highly aggressive to do something na you want to have a positive in life, or ano po ba? Yun bang parang negative na lahat ng ginagawa ninyo?
Well, in my case, naghahanap ako ng rason on why I should take drugs, ang problema kasi sa amin, mga drug dependents, we keep on blaming other people. Like magkamali si Papa, si Mommy, or sino man, we keep on pointing our fingers at them. Every time sila nagkakamali, mulipay ko because mo-justify akong pag-take sa drugs. So without knowing it, ako pala ang biktima. Kasi every time I point fingers at them, 3 fingers are pointing back at me.
Correct.
So, during yun nga, pagka binata ko, alam mo yung adventurous type of personality ako eh. So, lahat sabi ko, sige lang, sige lang. So, yun nangyari sa akin. I was derailed from studies, nawala akong focus sa studies. And nagkaanak ako at the age of 21.
Unplanned.
Unplanned, oo. So, I had my first son. Pagkanganak ng first son ko, ginawa ko rin reason ng taking drugs because na-pressure ako. So,
Okay.
ano siya eh, maraming, justification when you take drugs. So, you know.
How do you describe drug addiction in 3 words?
Okay, drug addiction, insanity, that's one. Unmanageability and suffering.
How were you able to get out from this addiction?
Actually, Charm, to be honest, up to now, wala pa rin talaga makaingon ko na I'm free from drugs. Because what I learned from the program I've been through, there's no such word as recovered. It's
Okay.
always recovering. So, I can only say I'm recovered.
Parang continuous lang.
Opo, I can only say I'm recovered if I'm 6 feet under the ground. So,
Ah.
this addiction, actually, nowadays, meron na siyang study na it's a disease. So, it's no difference from diabetic. No, parehas lang mi. It's a lifetime maintenance. So, our maintenance here is to always put ourselves on the ground, to be humble, that I'm unmanageable. Kasi the moment I say na I'm cured na, okay na ako sa drugs, dyan na mo gawas ang justification na baka pwede na ulit.
Pwede na ulit.
Oo.
Okay. How God transformed your life?
Nako, Char, malaking bagay yan. Actually, yung sa drug addiction ko, no, dito ko nakilala ang Diyos. I don't know for what reason, maybe this was the tool for me to know Him better. Kasi before drugs, ako yung boss, ako yung hari, no? Pero when I turned myself to God, I realized na siya pala yung boss. Siya yung talagang nagda-drive ng buhay ko. And after surrendering myself, everything went smooth na. But again, I should always be reminded, ang palagi kong prayer sa Kanya is, God, give me the humility. Always give me the humility that to follow you, to be obedient.
Is there any instance sa inyo pong life na parang ito yung kumuha sa'yo from that addiction? Or I think it's God's way of calling you to talk to Him back?
Yeah, I believe so. Kasi I remember one time, no, I was praying and nag-faint ako. What do you call that term? Yung nag-faint ka? Slain. Yeah. I was slain by myself. I was praying to God. Sa prayer ko, I was surrendering to Him. Sabi ko, Lord, di ko na kaya. You know, I surrender myself, my life. From there on, nag-iba na yung aura. You know, the Holy Spirit, nagtayo na yung mga, nag-goosebumps na ako. And then, from there, lahat na nakikita kong bagay were very positive. Even a dog, itsura ng dog, nagiging maganda na sa paningin ko. Sabi ko, ano nangyayari sa akin? Yung pala nagkakaroon ng transformation.
Ano po yung part or role ng family po ninyo sa transformation ninyo?
Malaki rin bagay yung family ko. In fact, sila yung nag-cargo lahat ng pain. From what happened to me, naging biktima rin sila. So, and I love them so much because up to now, hindi sila sumuko sa akin. And they are one of the reasons why I decided to really move on with my life kasi ayoko na masaktan ng pamilya ko.
What is this thing that you are most thankful of despite of what happened?
Well, believe it or not, Charm, ang pinagsalamatan ko, yung experience ko. Actually, itong drug addiction ko, it can be a liability, it can be an asset. So,
Let's start with liability.
liability, kung hindi ako natuto at mag-drugs ulit ako, then I'm sure walang mangyayari sa buhay ko. But once na I turn it into asset by inspiring other people
Correct.
and sharing my experiences, then, you know, si God na bahala sa akin. I mean, I meant good for this, you know, for the betterment of everyone, especially the youth.
Recently, what you have been into na ito yung parang right path mo in transforming your life?
Okay, Charm, ngayon, I'm very active with sports. I'm also a sports advocate and I'm into running, which yung dad ko nag-introduce ng running sa akin. And I've been running for 2 years now.
For 2 years.
Opo. Actually, I used to weigh 250 pounds
Dati.
dati.
Ngayon, okay na.
And then from there, nag-running na ako every day I run and then no rice sa gabi. And then, yun na. Doon na nag-start, nag-develop
Living a
na.
healthy lifestyle. Para bang ito yung advocacy niyo po sa mga kabataan na instead of taking drugs, you can do many things.
Opo.
You have, you're organizing something para sa tourism ng Cagayan de
Yes,
Oro?
Charm. We have this Rafton. So this coming August, itong Higalay Festival, we're going to launch Rafton. It's the Mindanao version of triathlon. So, di ba ang triathlon, you go swimming, bike, and run. So instead na mag-swimming ka, palitan natin siya ng rafting.
Okay. Pero may running din po. Tapos,
May biking din.
okay. Sir, what will be your message to our young people, to the parents, the family, na may addiction or may experience of addiction din po yung family member nila? Or even yung mga kabataan na nakikinig ngayon?
Okay, ako ang ano ko lang, payo ko lang, huwag kayong mahiya. You know, if you have any problems, you have to face it and then aminin nyo na you're hooked into drugs kasi walang mangyayari if you like pag may pride ka and then sabihin mo na yung anak ko nakakaya naman kasi baka malaman na addict ganyan. Ay yung drug dependent naman ako nakakaya naman baka masira reputation ko. So ang advice ko lang sa kanila is to open up and you know i-share nyo na yung problema sa ibang tao. Actually, Charm, there was a question to me na I want to share to the audience. No? I was asked with one question. Sabi sa akin, Sean, give me 5 people that you love. Sabi ko, okay, of course, God.
Okay.
Now, I have my dad, my mom, my sister, my brother, and my son. Sabi sa akin, oh, asan yung ikaw? You forgot yourself. So sinabi ko, oh nga, no, nakalimutan ko. Yung pala, nakalimutan ko na mahalin sarili ko. So ang ano ko lang sa mga drug dependents ngayon na who has problems, learn to love yourself.
Okay.
Yun lang ang payo ko sa kanila.
Thank you kaayo, Sir
Thank you po.
Shan, for your time. Mga kapaglaom, adun na tayo caller on the line and I know inspired kaayo siya sa atong story ni Sir Shan karong kamuntagon. Hello, good morning.
Sorry, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Taga-asa ang atong caller?
Taga Salog.
Okay, sir. Are you inspired?
Zamboanga.
Are you in Zamboanga po?
Opo.
Wow. Are you inspired by the story of Sir Shan?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. At sasagot po kayo ngayon sa atong Bible trivia question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What will be your answer?
Bathsheba.
Let us see. Okay. It will be found in 1 Kings chapter 1 verse 11. Thank you so much. Leah will talk to you about this matter kung unsaon nimo pag-claim ang imong prize. Thank you so much. Mga kapaglaom mo balik patad diri sa Panimaya sa Kabuntagon uban ang atong God's Daughters.
Panimaya sa Kabuntagon would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Rex and Jessica Gonzaga.